defying gravity. Merciless guillotine. Random select. The Money Team. Heads and Shoulders. DMC3v3 presents, in association with DreamHack, the DMC3v3 Killer Instinct, dreams beyond time and space.
Go. Devil May Care here. How you guys doing in the chat room? How do you guys enjoy the music? Just wanted to thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. We already have 180 people here ready to see some high tier KI tag team action. Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's supported the event, who's donated to the Matcherino, who's donated to the event, bought merch, just chilling, watching in the chat. I saw some people take pictures and show me that they're ready to relax with their drinks. I see that. That's how awesome. I love to see it. Show me more. Real quick, I want to go over the Matcherino as well. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the chat, this link right here. So if you guys go ahead and want to, excuse me, wrong one. Don't join that one. But it's going to be Matcherino.com. Make sure you guys check that out and follow the quest. Memphis, Tennessee has an amazing quest for 50 cents, literally. Oh, no, wait, that's actually wrong. It's $2. Every time you sub to his channel, you add $2 whole to the prize pot. That's ridiculous. $2, okay? So check it out. Also, there's a ton of free quests to add a couple cents, and the code 3v3S5 to add to the pot, 50 cents. So I appreciate you guys doing that. In a minute here, I'm going to pass it over to my friend Filag. I just want to emphasize how much I love you guys for being here, how much we appreciate you, all the hard work, the time has come for this event to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Filag.
What's up, everybody? Once again, I'm kind of piggyback off of what Devil said. We really do appreciate everybody that's stopping by to hang out with us today. It's been a long time coming for this next season. It's been a year in the making since we started this whole journey, and to see where we are now, we can't do this without you. And I just can't say enough how much we want to thank you and want to put on such a great show for you. Also, give a shout out to Alex V, who's been producing most of our music that you've heard at the intro of this. So give him a shout out, send him some love. He's actually playing this tournament. Go ahead and root for his team if you feel like it. I'll be commentating with my buddy here, Charbach, who I'm going to pass this off to you right now.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm happy to be here at our, I don't even know what number of the 3v3 run. All I know is we've come a long way from the first one, and now we're on DreamHack Fighters channel. So this is definitely our biggest 3v3 yet. I can't wait to get down on these matches, too, because we have 2 returning teams that are champions of our previous tournaments, and then we have these new teams who are going to try to step up to the plate and take the crown from one of those teams. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. The other thing I want to do is thank Jabali for allowing us this opportunity. I want to thank the players who are participating in this tournament. Thank you for the team that I have with me all the time that's helping us work on everything. And I want to thank you guys for buying merch, supporting in the chat, or anything that you've ever retweeted, anything you've ever said in the chat. Anybody who's ever donated to Matcherino, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to donate to that Matcherino and get these players paid. I also want to go over the rules with you guys today, but we're going to be doing it a little bit differently than I normally do it. We actually have something prepared for you that we want to show you today. What's going on? This is Charbach, Killer Instinct player, commentator, and the voice of the DMC3v3. You might be curious about how the DMC3v3 works, but don't worry, I'm going to clear all that up for you today as I go over the rules. The DMC3v3 is an 8-team, Pokemon-style, single elimination bracket tournament. Every team needs a captain, which is chosen by the 3v3 crew, by invitation or by winning qualifying events. The captains then must draft their team from the predetermined player pool during a team draft live stream prior to the event. The pick order of the captains are randomly chosen by the almighty wheel. The order of the captains is what decides who gets first pick, from a snake-style player draft. Each captain will have the opportunity to choose 2 players for their team. As far as how our teams are seeded in the bracket, the order will be randomly selected once again by the wheel. When it's time for 2 teams to throw down, the captains will decide who from their team is playing first. They can send anyone from their team, even themselves.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Teams can discuss these decisions amongst themselves, but captains are captains for a reason. They have the final say.
Quiet! 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 Quiet!
Once you've chosen your player, you cannot swap them back out. This is something you have to take into account with the order of who you send out to play. Choose wisely. For the first player match between 2 teams, the pick will be blind, meaning that each captain will privately inform us of who they're sending out. If you as a team have decided who you're sending out first, don't tell anyone except for a DMC3v3 crew member. It will keep you from being counterpicked. We will only announce the first matchup of a team battle after both picks are locked in. The format for a match between 2 players is first to 2, and each team member has 2 lives. Each match you lose takes away one of your lives. If a player loses both lives, they are out of that team battle and cannot be sent out again. Just like a standard tournament, you can only switch characters on a loss. This rule still applies if you're facing a new opponent. If you defeat an enemy player, and the enemy team sends out a new one, you have to stay on the character that you won your last match with. The first team to eliminate all 3 opposing members is the winner and moves on in the bracket. And since this is a single elimination tournament with no losers bracket, a losing team will immediately be knocked out of the tournament. If your team wins their match, all lives will be replenished. You're going to need them for your next battle. The payout for cash prizes is 2/3 of the prize pot for the champion team and 1/3 for second place. I hope that I've been able to give you a clear understanding of the rules of the DMC3v3. For updates on the DMC3v3, you could follow Devil May Care 4 on Twitter. To catch up on all the events we've done so far, you could subscribe to Devil May Care 4 on YouTube. And for all our future events, you can tune into draft streams, bracket streams, and the tournament itself at twitch.tv/devilmaycare4.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was very informative. It was fun to make, and I think that it pretty much explains everything you need to know about the event. But that being said, I kind of wanted to go over the bracket real quick. See what we got going here. Who's fighting who?
Guys got those rules savvy?
Yeah, you guys savvy?
Understand? We got pictures in there and everything for you. Make it digestible.
Like how Skip has said, rules are made to be broken.
Okay, bro.
All right, relax.
Try it.
So yeah, we got the Merciless Guillotines versus 2.5 Men. 2.5 Men are reigning champions from the first season of the 3v3. We are on season 5 right now. And we also have Random Select, which is Base's team, versus the Cold One, which is Flash's team. Actually, very excited to see the Flash play. He did want to be part of a couple ones prior, but work kind of held him back to the point of him having to be replaced like last minute. But we'll see if we can get him in today, right? And then next we have Defying Gravity, which is Sonic Dolphin's team, versus the Money team, the Chronicles team. That's going to be intense. Jesus. I know for a fact, I'm not sure about the Money team, but I know Defying Gravity was training their butts off all day yesterday, like all day on stream. So that was awesome to see. And then last but definitely not least, we have the Blazing Astrotoads, which is Alex V's team, who's also responsible for the music of the event, versus Heads and Shoulders, which is Alvaro and Idamaster's team. They're also returning champions from the season 2 of the 3v3. and actually quite scary. Edmaster is one of the best Thunder players, and then you got Alvaro, in my opinion, the best Idol player. Pretty scary team. Pretty scary team. What do you think about the bracket, Vialaga?
I think this bracket is amazing. I think the most fun part is the fact that both our returning champions are actually on the opposite side of the brackets. But I want to kind of touch base on the first champions we ever had, 2.5 Men, because they actually were on the verge of repeating in our second season, led by team captain Wheels. You have Undead Gamer and Freaky Jason, who Freaky Jason had one bad run and he kind of got down on himself. But the good thing about our tournament is even if you lose your games, your team can still carry you to the next round. And this team was able to bounce back very quickly and make their way to grand finals 2 times in a row. Unfortunately, fell short on their last run through. But I also want to kind of touch base on their opponents, which will be the Merciless Guillotines. I think this might be one of the dark horses of the tournaments. You have Hollywood MacMain leading this team with Skate Fast, Eat Kulo, and NBA Bane Mobius stepping in late to fill in the void. But they have Idol, Glacius, and Orchid, which I know LCD is going to love seeing on screen. But Skate Fast is definitely the top Glacius player out right now and one of the hardest players to play against. But I don't know. What do you think, Frank? Who's you got on your mind?
Who did we not talk about? I want to cover them. I know my pick is the money team to win the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah, I like the money team. I said that from day one, but that's the team that I like the most. I mean, you got Latalis, who's like, I think Latalis is one of those players who he's like consistently been strong ever since he kind of like came up in the scene. I remember his first big tournament, it was like a big 8-bit beatdown that he won. But then ever since that, it's like he's just been consistently good. He's like top 8 at the World Cup. Like very recently, he ran a tournament all Aganos, which I know that he likes to play a lot of different characters, but he ran all Aganos. He made like top 3. And it was like, oh yeah, I just played all Aganos. And whenever he plays in our 3v3s, he trains super hard. Then you have Extreme Zombie, who Chronicle swears by is like a godlike Arya. And he obviously plays Wolf too. I think he has a couple of characters. I think he might have a Shinsako as well. But and then you have Chronicle, obviously. He's like a top 3 player in this game right now. He's the best Arya player. Like he just made second in a tournament the other day. And it was like from this insane losers run. So that's definitely my team to win the entire thing.
I think my team is pretty much, I kind of want to say it's kind of a mixture of 2 teams. I think the cold ones have a huge chance. I think people kind of underestimate the Flash a little bit. But Flash is one of the most passionate players in this game. And I feel like in this setting, it would be like the moment for him to shine. You know what I'm saying? To prove that he's not only a threat, but one of the best Wolves, if not the best Wolf player online right now. He's amazing. And I kind of think his team will go really far, if not take it. But if I had to pick a team that I feel like is incredibly strong, like just off the rip, like known to be strong, Alex V's teams, the Blazing Astrotoads. Come on, like you got Alex V, you got SVM. Like who else they got in there? Let me see. Oh yeah, Taizo. Oh my god. Let me talk about Taizo real quick. Okay, this is just I have to kind of shout out Taizo. I play TJ combo and Taizo plays Cinder. Now TJ beats Cinder, but Taizo beats my ass. He beats me up, man. Like he does not care about the matchup. He knows how to play it. He is different. Yeah, he is different. Taizo is amazing. I don't know how he's so. I don't know the word if underrated is used. I think he's not underrated. I think he's just doesn't have enough recognition that he deserves because that guy is a problem, man.
He enters everything too.
He enters everything and always makes top 8s, and no one talks about him. That's what gets me tripping. Like,
and he plays one character, and that, to be honest, that character is very hard to play, and he's very hard to play solo.
Yeah, solo. Yeah. Against winning matchups, or rather losing matchups, he still does really great.
But we also we can't forget we still have Team Random Select in here. This is Base, okay? One of the gods of KI, one of the top 5 players to touch this game. He can play the whole class, hence the name Random Select. And then he has Crazy Skate Nate on top of that. Another, just character. I don't know who he's going to pick. I'm assuming
he has an arsenal of characters. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays basically the whole cast. And then you have Ninja Ostrich on the back end who, Kim was one of the hardest hidden characters in the game. If you don't know how to deal with her properly, you will get blown up. And that's one thing I'm actually looking forward to with him.
Yeah, Base has been training the heck out of Ostrich, honestly, and I've been seeing a lot
Yep.
of progress. So
And yeah, Ostrich, he's been streaming every day. Like ever since he got picked, like he's been streaming all the time. He's been asking for games with me. He's been asking for games with Base. He's been asking for a lot of consultation. I mean, and he's got Nate on his team, bro. Like Nate is insane. You want to talk about random select? That guy plays like 10 characters. He has seal of approval from me that he definitely has a Hisako. Low key. He has a Shin Hisako. He's got a Jago. He's got an Orchid. He's got obviously his Omen is his best character. He's got a ton of characters. It's like you don't ever know like how the counterpick game is going to go with these two, especially.
yeah, and another team that we need to talk about is definitely Merciless Guillotine, and another player is MacMain. I feel like he's the same
Ridiculous.
in terms of like underrated as Taizo. His Orchid is ridiculous. He has such great reactions and reads. He's not afraid to do what needs to be done to win the match in terms of like just kind of like throwing something out, but he's not a fool about it either. You know what I mean? He just kind of trusts his instincts and tosses out what he needs to what works, and he has great conversions. He's a great player. I love watching him play. And of course, his teammates Skate Fast. Skate Fast is what was one of the up and coming Glaciuses earlier on in the 3v3. Like I think season 1 is where he kind of like
Yeah.
shined. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely the kind of person who'll say, "Oh, I'm a DP. I'm a DP again. I'm a DP one more time. That should be enough. Now here's another one." Like he will actually hit you 4 times with DPs in a row. Just when you think it's
100.
like, yeah, every
He
time.
wakes up Shatter.
Yeah.
That dude's a gangster. I
Wake up
saw him
back
do that
damage.
in tournament, and then like he did it to me too. And as soon as I got hit by it, I was like, I hate that so much that I respect it. I don't know. It's like it was like a double negative. It like canceled itself out. I was like, I respect you because you did.
Damn it. And then, oh yeah, he did win KI United last year. If not, that's true. Yep,
Yeah.
Skate Fast did win that all the way through.
Last but not least, we can't forget Defying Gravities, aka Team Chaos. Number 1 draft pick, Sonic Dolphin leading the team. He has an Arbiter, but recently he's been playing one of my favorite characters to watch, Kilgore. And I'm very, very curious to see if he's going to play Kilgore today because I really want to see that. He also has a top tier Kimu as well. And of course, you have Aphex, the number 1 draft pick in the draft. Rash, top 3 character in the game, top 2 player with the character. I mean, they could blow anybody up. And of course, Sam D, FGC, Sadira, one of the best instincts in the game, very hard to deal with. And he has actually really good fundamentals with her.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I mean, Sam is like a scientist, bro, and it's crazy because when I talk to him, he talks a lot about the aspects of matchups. You know, like sometimes you discuss a matchup with somebody and they're like, "Oh, it's hard because I get knocked down and it's bad." And I'm like, "Right." It's pretty hard to discuss matchups with a lot of people. This guy gets very intricate when it comes to matchups. He's a very technical player. I had a long conversation with him when we practiced together the other day when he was training up for 3v3. And that team is really lucky to have him because he really does his homework on everything.
Also, we forgot to mention, and I don't want to leave her out of this. Bane Mobius is an amazing player. She is also on the Merciless Guillotines. I've been playing with her a lot on my streams, and I gotta say, she is one of the few people that get me upset. Oh,
I played Bane recently too.
Like, I'm like, okay, like just like it's not only just her character; it's how great she is at the game, how strong she is. You know, like just I can't think of many players who really get me upset like that. And she's definitely one of them, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I'm pretty composed. I'm not an emotionally driven KI gamer. You know what I'm saying? I play from the heart and from the gut, kind of. And
Yeah.
she knows how to get me upset.
All right, so let's we'll take one last look at the bracket. I'll give you guys my final prediction. After all this time, I've been mulling over it for months and months. I think grand finals is going to be 2.5 men versus Blazing Astrotoads. I just don't see how it doesn't come out that way. Somebody's going to surprise me. I'm usually wrong. I'm going with the new champions, Blazing Astrotoads, to take this tournament.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to stick with the cold ones and maybe the Blazing Astro Toads, kind of like fighting each other in grand finals. I think those are the ones that are gonna fight personally. What about you,
Bro,
Frank?
the money team, baby. Aganos is broken.
He's broke.
Arya is broken. Chronicle is broken. Extreme Zombie is broken. Latalis is cheating. Latalis keeps saying all the time, like, I got something for this tournament and I haven't showed anybody. And he said that leading up to this tournament, he's practicing only Agano. So I know he has something so dumb, and I hope we get to see it today. That's
right.
my team to take this whole thing.
Well, with that being said, I think we're ready for some fights. What do you guys think?
Hell
I'm ready.
yeah.
I want to see this.
You guys want to see some matches in the chat, or what do you guys want to turn off the stream? What's going on
You
here?
wanna go home? You want to stay home?
Chat,
What
let
now?
us know.
What now?
We gaming? Are we gaming?
About them. But Bailey. Oh yeah, real quick. This is kind of like a fact, so I need to mention. Shout out to Jabali for giving us the opportunity to putting us on this giant stage that is DreamHack Beyond. It's an honor, and it was fun collaborating with him to get this all happening. And we hope you guys enjoy the show. So let's get ahead and get started.
Don't screw it up.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Shout
okay,
out to Jabali. Everybody's debating in the chats for Jabali.
Yeah, make sure you guys put some Jabali emotes in the chat for Jabali. Check out the Maturino in the chat as well. Don't get lazy. We'll do the quest and let's get this going. What we got going up first?
This will be Merciless Guillotine versus 2.5 Men. You gotta let me know who's
Oh
playing
my
first.
god.
Returning champ, season 1.
Find out who's going first. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, so as you guys know, for the format of this tournament, players are going to have to privately tell us who they're sending out so that there's no counterpick aspect of this at all. We don't want players to be able to, oh, I know he's sending out Mac. Oh, I could beat Orchid up. I'm sending out this guy. So we want everything to stay real discreet in that regard.
All right. So, Fire.
Yep.
They want Bane Mobius and Freaky Jason out first.
Let's go.
This is going to be crazy.